but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Okay.
Good deeds and bad.
Okay,
In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
You know what? I think we're okay now. I'm sorry if anyone has seen like the stream popping out back and forth. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. One, apparently I had the wrong settings on my stream, and that was my fault. That was completely my fault. It was the wrong settings. It was completely the wrong settings of my stream, and I don't know why it was in the incorrect settings. I just had to go back and fix it, because it was just not, it just happened. I don't know how else to explain it. I just had technical difficulties, and I'm actually glad I got to learn about this now, because this could affect the next stream tomorrow night, which is tomorrow night for my time. So I have to make sure. I don't know if I'm going to the right direction, by the way. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm not going to the right direction. No. Okay. Yeah, I had to completely fix this. Because if I didn't fix it, then I know I'm gonna have more scuff later. And again, that is my fault. I believe I fixed it now. I believe it's a lot better. And I won't have any worries. So that way I can... Let's end up with this up. That way I can experience better the stream. And no one will
brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hiss back when I was still
Yes,
teaching.
it is.
And if you don't want to take my
Yes,
word
it completely
for it,
is.
you can ask
The
them.
only difference is I had technical difficulties, unfortunately, because I didn't set up my stream correctly. The title? What does this title say for you? Title's different? I see Cyno story and grinding. That's what I see. If the title is a bit different, then I made it a bit different. It's still the same live stream. The only thing that should be different is if I accidentally forgot to change the freaking thumbnail. And then it's my fault.
It was students at the time.
But from what I'm
They'll
seeing,
tell you
it seems
what it
like
was
it seems like I did everything right.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a
Oh,
week
hi.
back then, thanks to a
Hi, Nari.
colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia.
I think without
Most of what I know,
Cyno,
I
there were
heard from
not.
Cyno
It's like
after the fact.
with Cyno, you need to
Professor's
have a
become a lot
Tainari
more
in there.
laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was
It's
especially
Kali!
known for being extremely principled.
Yeah, I love
Wow.
her. I love her too.
It's hard
I haven't
enough to
used
stay
her,
true to your
unfortunately.
principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
But I
It's
think
a pity
I have her
Kali wasn't around at the
C6.
time. I would have happily
I
taken
think.
her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper class
Thank you. You have a good night.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa?
I had technical
She seems to prefer it
difficulties,
when
so
people treat her like an
I
older
fixed
sister.
them. So
Oh,
I'm fine
believe
now.
me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Paimon, just eat. I know you just want to.
Don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's
Oh
not
my
enough,
gosh.
order some more. After all your help
Eat
today,
more food.
treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to
Zahadi
be in
talking
here.
about you last
Okay.
month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you.
The
You're
bro
looking
that
very well, sir.
relates to a
I'm
lot
glad
of
to see
people.
it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
Yes.
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some
Dang,
wine,
that's just
and when
some-
I heard
that's
some
such a
voices I
mood.
recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Okay.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young
Yeah,
people are
I
always more
say that as well.
susceptible to
It's a
making
4-star
rash and
Kainari.
ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah.
You're just dealing with a
Jeez.
teenager.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
I'll be watching you
Luckily,
and your secrets.
I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kaveh! Your order's ready, sir!
Who's my main on Genshin?
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone.
That's
I'll
hard
catch you all another time.
because I have a lot of mains. I can't pick just one.
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
For example, I've main.
it's all
So
there.
my very 4-star main
I'll
that
stop
I
that
always
recording
have
now.
used a
Let's
very
eat
long
before
time
the
and still
food
to
gets
this
cold.
very day is Shinsho. And I have Triple Crown Shinsho. I just love Shinsho. Maybe it's because the color was blue, and I was so happy when they had its own skin for Shinsho. So I have like I have Triple Crown Shinsho.
Too tasty.
Yeah,
Paimon's
he's a
belly's
great.
about to
Yes.
explode.
He's great on any team.
Oh, mine too.
However,
I'll have to walk home to
I
burn
learned
some of it off.
Shinsho
Cyrus.
is not.
Master Kainari and I
I
will
thought
bring you some
Shinsho would be a
homemade
main
herbal tea next
DPS, but I
It'll
learned
do
that
wonders
he's
for your
not
sleep.
Well,
a main
I look
DPS.
forward
Also
to
because
that.
he is a support
In
character
fact,
as well.
Could I trouble you to bring a
Which
little extra
I
for the
did
other
not
old folks
see.
on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Yay.
I'll see you all later.
Treats.
I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zahadi. Anyway, I'll be leaving now.
Yeah, so
Stay
hot.
up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Much longer. Very
I was
long.
talking with Tainari and Kale.
It'll,
since
I
we all
will,
have
I
some
will
free
say
time,
maybe 2
we thought
hours
we
to
could all
3
go
hours
camping
long.
together.
Probably as long
Think
as
of it
to
as
finish
our
this
way of
story,
welcoming you back to Sumeru.
because I really want to finish this story.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun.
So I'll be here for a while. My last stream that you have noticed was like an hour long, and I know for a fact this is not gonna be just an hour stream. It's gonna be longer. And due to my technical difficulties, it might be
Wait,
it
no,
might
that's
be
my
much
job.
longer.
Don't take it away from me.
So that's
Why don't
perfect
you
for
and
me.
Paimon help out Master or Cyno?
And I
You
don't
have
mind.
to play the hero when you're out with us. This is your chance to just, you know,
It's
laze
like a
around
late
and
night
switch
stream
out for
in a way.
bit.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast
I just
of
kind of wish
Gandharvaville.
I
No need to bring anything. We've already
kind of wish I
packed
didn't have
everything for the
to
trip.
had to have
Just
a technical
bring your
difficulty.
delightful selves and prepare
I'm
to
glad
have
it's
some fun.
fixed though. I'm really
You
glad
got
it's
it.
fixed.
We'll be there.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, wait until the next day. Well, Cyno just literally clashes the tavern that I did accidentally. that was my bad. Okay. Okay, let's go. I don't think that's the right time, but oh well. We just wait with the time. I feel like I shouldn't have needed to do that, but oh well. Oh well with the time, so here we go. Wait until... Dang it! I did the freaking wrong time! I knew it! Oh, dang. Oh, fine. Time is a virtue. Has to be later in the afternoon. Not morning, afternoon. Okay.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
Okay, we shall do that. And while instead of teleporting, I'm going to attempt to just go over there with my Cyno character included. Because why the heck not? For those who are watching and then end up watching this late, there's some funny things to mention. So out of all the gacha games, this is probably the only one I have the most 5-star characters in. I think I have a total of 17 5-star characters. But does this make me a whale? No, it does not, because there are a few things. I am considered a dolphin in this one. Yes, I spend money under 50 to 50, depending if I want to, and most of the time it's just from the $5 card, the Weldon card, and by accidental moments, I would get a 5-star in accidental moments. I have happened to me before, in very accidental moments that I wish I could have gotten on stream, and then later on I'll have friends making fun of me later, like, haha, you got this 5-star character that you didn't want, but you got it anyway, and I'm like, well, I didn't really wanted this character, but oh well, I guess it's like a blessing and a curse. But there were times I accidentally get a 5-star character that I'm not even looking for, or I just want to get a 4-star character, and it just happens. It just happens out of nowhere.
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
Wow. I bet it's
I'd
Tainari's
say
doing.
we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Night. Hi. What you doing? Good morning.
Let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight. You got it! Dinner's on us tonight! I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm
Ah.
really looking forward to giving them a try.
It's never
I
too
saw
bad.
some
to
very
not eat.
appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them
Luckily
here
for
along with some
you,
fresh
you
fruit.
haven't experienced what I had to
Wow,
experience.
keeping
I
with the
had
Forest
to
Watcher
fix
is
my
the way to
stream.
go.
I
They
set
think
it
of
up wrong.
everything. And even if they
So
don't, they can improvise.
I bet people
This is
just got
true.
notified
I
out of
don't
nowhere.
think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't
A
bury your
valuable
feelings using food.
suggestion.
All I wanted was to recommend something
Wait a minute, I have to send
bittersweet.
something to my friend here.
Oh,
I'm gonna give him a
I have a
reaction.
sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
When you give a reaction to your friend, that
She sure made a run for it.
there we go. Okay.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
The glint in my eye. Ooh.
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
It's genius in invocation. It's genius in invocation time. Yes. Let's go.
Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh. But it looks like we'll get told
That
off if we
face.
start
You can
playing
use
now.
that in any meme.
Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Oh, hi, Rin! Oh, thanks for stopping by. Okay. You have a good night. Okay,
We got a bite!
ooh.
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
The night approaches, and then Cyno jokes have been made to oblivion. in a sense, I mean, it's bound to come. This is so relaxing. It's just nice to go camping with friends. Yes, it is. We got
There are 3
Tynar,
tents.
we got
Which one do
Cyno.
you two want to take?
We're completely good.
How about the one on the left?
Yeah, whatever Paimon says.
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True.
Is that what they
But
say?
it's also
Ambiance?
the closest to the water.
I always call it ambience.
If there are any sleepwalking fungi
Did
around
I ever?
tonight, they
This
might
whole
stumble
time I
into your
said
tent.
that word wrong?
Well, that's no
Huh.
good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue? Always. Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
They did a tongue.
Someone sure
They-
is desperate to eat.
They did a tongue
I think it's
animation.
time to add the
I
seasoning.
just realized.
How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
No.
If it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Let me just add that there. There we go. Okay. Just like casually adding icon.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers. I ate
Oh
a
my
lot too.
gosh.
Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents?
I bet she is.
Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will
Tonight
take
you
place
show us
another day.
mercy.
Good night. Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, you ate a lot. You're gonna get a food
Oh,
coma when you
don't
eat a
forget
lot.
this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
It's the weapon that we
Taking a risk
own.
that thing.
I'm
Fair
actually
enough.
glad I own this weapon.
You sure you don't want it?
Come on, he
Yeah,
gave it to
Paimon's
us.
Sure, we'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night,
Nah,
we'll be here to take care
we
of the
own
trouble.
it. I own it. Yeah. Yeah, as if the dual blade, that freaking dual blade, would that dual blade even do what it's supposed to do? In a matter of speaking, would that really? I just like how we just have just a sword. We have a trusty sword, but it's a dual blade.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
All right. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. You know, I mean, you oughta. You gotta.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Oh,
Look at
Aetham's
this.
here. Oh, Aetham's here.
What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
No, I bet we just put
Evidently.
that there
Ugh.
by coincidence.
Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
Those voices, I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
But can Paimon actually pick up that sword?
Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Why did they come all the way out here? Look at that
Sorry to wake you up
expression.
at this hour of the night,
It's like,
but we've got a situation on our hands.
guys,
Let's get dressed and
you
talk about
woke
it
me up
outside.
from my sleep. Why did you do that?
Something has come up, and since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back
Oh.
up. Let's start from the beginning.
Did they plan all this during the witching hour?
Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are, and so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner
funny
for
part
Cyno,
is it's
Tighnari,
literally
Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Kave just tidying
Anyway,
everything
they got
up,
a
and
bottle of
it's just
Lombard's new
him
vintage for the table.
being the
At
cool
least I think
person,
that's what it was.
just reading
pretty
and
good.
minding to himself.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
Which I still think
I
it's a
heard
scam.
some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look.
Okay.
You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the
Architect,
culprit
get
got
out of
it from.
here.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing.
You're in
mirror
my
here.
space. This is
I
my
recognize that
space.
too.
This is the space that I'm
But there's
in
a
right
striking
now.
resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Are you being bored and
Whose
dreadful
emblem is it?
tonight?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you.
To be
This was a
fair,
long way
I
to come from
actually
the
had
city.
technical
Alhaitham
difficulties
figured
with
you
my
were
stream
probably
tonight.
with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop.
That was my
But
fault.
the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping.
So
Then, just as we were
That's
heading
my
off to the
fault.
campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged
yeah,
a few
I
words, and
apparently
then he ran
set the
off.
codings wrong.
Hold on. So what's the
No,
deal
it
with
was
that
not
emblem were
you.
talking about?
I set the
The
codings
Temple
wrong
of Silence,
on my
you said?
stream.
What is that? Should we be worried?
It was I
Something's up,
found
huh?
out what
Give
I
me a
did
second.
wrong
Let me get Kale.
because I literally did a bad job of not putting the right codings for the right settings of the stream that caused it to have problems.
So you've never heard of the Temple of
and
Silence?
I had to fix it. I had to go fix it.
Well,
better
it simply,
better that I caught it now
it's an
than
organization that has existed in
than
Sumeru
later.
for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal
Architect, I
of information
have a
and
question
documents
for
not
you.
fit for public dissemination.
Once I'm
At
done with this story,
least,
do you want
that's what
do
they
you
tell the
want
outside
me
world.
to live
In
stream
truth,
Risk of Rain
it's
to help you
essentially
with
a
that
vestigial
with
institution
that
nowadays.
boss
There's
that
an
you're
office
oh
with their
so
name on
willing
it, but
wanting
it's
to?
functionally obsolete. Historically
Or are you
speaking,
going to be
the
eating right?
original
Or are you
Temple
going
of
to be eating
Silence is
food
said to
right
have been
now
established
while
by
watching?
Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of
leave-
King Deshret and the greatest of all sages.
Well,
Most of the organization's
well, if
members
you were going to
hail from
actually
the
say
desert.
that, I just had a
By
hunch.
contrast, none of the Academia Temple's
Honestly,
current
I
members
just
are
had a
from the
hunch
desert
you would come
region,
here to say this.
nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
I'm just saying.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why?
Okay, so when would this
My
be?
guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget?
Well-
He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
I'm really captivated with the story,
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that.
and
So
it's
you
and it's
took the
funny.
chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense.
Because I know for a fact we
Why
can't
did
do this
the emblem
tomorrow.
of the Temple of Silence appear
Because
on a
I'll be
threat
live streaming
letter
again.
from an academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem? or
Why
gotten the
don't you
paper.
eat your dinner sooner?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
I know you
Yep.
will have your
He
vengeance.
ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now.
Didn't you say we're gonna take a little bit of a break, though?
We should try to catch up with him.
You did say that.
At
So
this
you won't
hour
burn-
of the
wait!
night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus
No,
at his
you
current
didn't say
residence.
that. You had to keep working on it.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this
Okay.
emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office.
Question: have you done this
You
quest?
can ask him to tell you what he knows.
It's
The more
wait. I don't think you
information we
did.
have,
Cyno Part
the better
2.
prepared
Cyno
we'll be
Story
for whatever
Part 2.
happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Well, I actually like that character. I think
Cyrus
he's
has been living in the
hilarious.
city lately. He rented
Also,
a place near the field so he can keep
I
an eye on
support
his
the voice
tomato
actor.
plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
That's another reason. Voice actor funny. Alejandro Saab is funny. Okay. Well, okay. You know what? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do Risk of Rain? Do you want me to help you with Risk of Rain? Well, I don't like all the males. Not all the whip males. For example, I don't care for Bennett. Sorry for those who like Bennett. I don't care for who like Mika, that guy. I don't care for that character. I like that the characters have a sense of lore to them that I think they're fun to have in my team because it's fun. But it seems like you don't get that. That's the reason why you don't like Cyno. That's the reason why you might not care. Like for example, I like Alhaitham. I like Kaya. I like who else? I love Zhongli. I mean, that's all said and done. Who else? Who else? D-Luke's good. D-Luke's fine. I only use real men. D-Luke is too edgy. Well, I don't have D-Luke, so... But... some of the guys are cool to have, you know? But that's besides the case. The point is... I want to continue the story. The story of literally knowing what happens next. And, probably when that new character comes around in the story, kind of want to know what he's all about. Funny enough, I actually ended up getting that character by mistake. The Cephos?
Here we are.
Cephos?
This is the place.
I think this is where you meet him.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
Cyno
I know that
moves
voice.
as
Is
quick
that
as the wind.
Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is
Hello,
going on
Shino.
tonight?
Welcome.
We're looking for
How's
Cyno.
it going?
So, he's already been here.
And hello,
Yes,
Jaflors.
not long ago,
Welcome
in
to the
fact.
stream.
He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that.
Yeah, he
He
would.
never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant.
Corporate
He
fruity, huh?
claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So
Interesting.
Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Yeah, why?
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look.
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Wow. Sounds like something we have to go and not listen and go after him.
My friends, this is a...
Yeah,
Yep,
we read it,
That sounds
Cyno.
like Cyno. Thank you, Professor.
We don't need you to
Please do
repeat.
not worry. We will do
No.
all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Oh, we're just gonna go over there. I could just teleport there. I don't need to go up there. I don't need to go up there. I can just go where I want. With Cyno still in the fray.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
He took
No,
haste.
He left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
He yeeted. he yeeted to
Can't say I'm surprised.
do it by himself.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Okay. Oh! You did a fine job with this, Kaveh. It looks really good!
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently,
Oh,
the
I
two met in the
see.
tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also,
Huh.
Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia, but as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone, I
I
have
can't
news from the
shake
Core
this
of
ominous
30.
feeling that the
Master.
Cyno and Tighnari ship is apparently real.
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tighnari's master?
That I have to be there
we're
for
finally
him.
getting to meet him in person!
Flesh and blood. I'm sorry.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon. Several independent eyewitnesses
What
have
is
reported
that?
seeing
What?
Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at
This
different times.
NPC design.
Both were heading in
What?
the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from all
The
Hatham
big
and Kaveh,
goggles.
the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands, and...
Just don't eat your food too fast.
Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely. We cannot afford to lose them.
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Alhaitham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana.
Sure. That's fine.
You're planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and Alhaitham.
Well, if you're sure... Okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tighnari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
If those... Yeah, am I right? Yeah. Those goggles are something else. I don't know. The NPCs that they make. Yeah. It was your whole thought in the story. I was not expecting the design. I feel like how do I put it? It's more like they have the time to make designs, you know, like really nice NPC designs.
Okay, we made
like
it.
If you notice, Zenless Zero. At least they actually made an effort to put NPCs to look cool. In a sense.
Look over there.
I don't even know any about the game.
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's
oh,
your
I didn't know
choice at the
she
end of
was
the
here
day,
too.
but
Okay.
still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cadence and Dania
Cyno.
are here.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing
They're
for your
putting
trip,
all the Sumeru
budget for
characters
5
in
days
here.
more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
Yes,
I
but
thought
we
I had a
didn't
good lead
listen.
on you.
Just like how we normally don't
We never
listen.
agreed to that.
We still went after.
Like this.
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebot. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been
teenager.
a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Rebot on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, He'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past Aru village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
And the sake for going to find the person still is a mystery. Left unanswered questions and still finding out why are we here.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Oh?
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Okay. Then what? It's just like...
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection
yeah.
with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence.
Yes, we are aware
Due
about
to
that
my
one.
unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City.
Interesting.
But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that,
Remember, guys,
know
this
if we
was
would've
in his
connected the
lore
dots.
story.
and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But
Yeah.
Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
I am aware. And I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route, so I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru village.
Oh, straight to business from what I could see. Huh.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great.
So we're gonna go to some oases.
There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Oh, they're not talking in this one? That kind of sucks. It's like kind of like unfinished dialogue. Complete, unless they did this on purpose. You know what that means? That means I skip. I skip with no dialogue. I skip with no dialogue. It doesn't help when you get half of the dialogue, but you can't put the rest of it. You can't bring the VA to put the rest of it in there and then add somebody in their VAs to voice this character. That's not too hard. Come on. Come on. There's no way. Well, am I still doing the story? Because I swear I hate it if I'm being interrupted. Okay, it's over there. So I guess it's asking me a request. So hopefully that was not what I thought it was.
A familiar sight. Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Well, you'd
Given
be
my
more
background,
blunt
appearance,
and more
and the way I dress,
intimidating.
I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and
Oh,
I
there's
are
the new
looking for an
person.
elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Oh, see? He's getting suspicious. There we go.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much. But something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey! Hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Okay.
Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
There's a whole nother story I don't know about.
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
Yes, let's follow the new stranger and get this viewpoint and be on our way.
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here!
Please step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Okay, this is getting interesting. Okay. Joshua, welcome and thank you. I, on the other hand, am just streaming and reacting. I am hoping to give some more surprises in the future. I have some projects being in the works, but thank you.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Ooh, Paimon's scared.
Paimon, you're always scared.
They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Uraka met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
Sure.
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Okay. Just drinking a beverage. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, I'm good. I get an interesting idle animation when that happens. Okay. Wait. Talk to the mysterious person. The mysterious person that we have so many questions and little answers. But Cyno might have a theory who he is. I don't know. Let's see. Can we get inside? Yes. Okay. Okay.
All right. You can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
I don't even know nothing of this character.
So he's just gonna leave us here
Yeah, I have him.
unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
It's kind of cool, though.
Look, that guy's coming back.
Don't worry.
It's really cool.
Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
At least tell us what to call you, yeah.
Sorry, guess I will. To see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
You love Seppo's voice. I don't know much of this VA's work. I think it's pretty good for what it is.
Hey, Sethos. Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would.
So you get a lot of questions asked. A lot of people asking you questions.
Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
You're the one who tricked Rakad, right?
Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money.
Oh.
He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was.
Am I ready for July 4th? I'm working on July 4th. So, sure, people are going to burst fireworks everywhere. Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
Uraka
I get
was
double
a great
paid for it.
accomplice, really.
For a holiday.
Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait.
Okay, do you know Cyno?
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to.
Have you ever been to the academia?
Nope, not once.
Really?
Wow, very straightforward.
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of
And
the
my favorite
Urakas of this
character?
world.
In Genshin?
Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
I don't know. I had way too many. I have too many.
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Okay. It's probably all I want to ask. That's all the questions from you. Cyno would have done that, by the way.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound.
I mean, Joshua,
so
I got
something.
the one. my top favorite, holding onto my hand right now.
Here he is.
Oh, that's because I just brought him in there. I don't need to go to college.
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well
You know
done,
what? You're right.
Shadows.
That's basically what's going on.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Ah!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude.
Okay.
I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment. I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune. You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then you betrayed us.
The story gets deeper.
For your independence with
That's
your
what I
past
will tell you.
contributions. And then
Gosh.
you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power.
Deeper. Since
We both know what I
2.0,
said to you that day.
you should.
That as
This
the
is a
leader,
good time to
I
get
grant
back
you
because
permission to
Spontane's
leave,
story is
but
really
that one
good.
day, the sands of time will catch up with you.
Your
And
storytelling
when that day comes,
is getting
you
up
must
10
pay
times
the
better.
price you owe.
If I were to give an opinion,
really
the
know how
Samara
to
story
hold a
is a little bit filler, but there is one part of the story that
might
is actually
and the
intriguing
wielder of
to
his
know about.
power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy.
This is a great
Temple
VA,
of
by the
Silence
way.
had been bereft of
He
Hermanubis
seems like
for too
he
long.
has probably done narration
The strength
before,
of its faith
just
and
by
its
the tone
warriors
he gives.
were waning. The moon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the
There is
vessel.
only one recommendation
believers
I would tell you,
volunteered
Josh.
themselves for the experiment.
The story events I would
We soon discovered that the
recommend
bodies of
skip.
grown adults
There is a Yoimiya
could
quest,
not
part 2.
withstand Hermanubis' power.
You can skip that quest
In the end,
as long as you see
Moon
fit,
offered his own adoptive
because from what I
grandson.
heard, it is the longest
One other child
story out of all of
was
them,
identified
and
as
there is an
a
annoying
suitable
quest
vessel,
you have to do.
and his parents agreed
I have
to
yet to
release
do
him
that
into our custody
because I know it's aware how long it
for a
was,
small fortune.
but it's like a filler story quest.
These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed
No,
to
not
approach
Best
the
Girl.
Ba fragments, whose power had
I
been
wouldn't skip
amplified.
her either, but
If, after some time,
I'm
this
concerned
power
of
did
how
not
long. They
repel
say
them,
it's like an 8-hour
this would mean
quest.
that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery.
I actually love Yoimiya as well.
The
Don't forget.
resonance stage
I
went
will.
quite
I will not
smoothly
forget
for
her.
both candidates.
I don't have her though,
As the
but she'd
second
probably
stage
be the only
began,
bow user I would
realized a
use.
decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively,
No, that someone told me
we
it
could
took them 8
implant each
hours,
fragment in a different vessel
which
at
I'm
the
kind of
same time
concerned.
and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single
But I will.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment.
No, you have to get you have to
taking
gather
one of
and
the
collect
children
these
In
Aranari.
recognition of your past contributions,
pictures.
I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price
All right,
for your
like,
betrayal
well,
ever
you're
since.
ready.
I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you
Architect,
and
you're.
your Ba
I'm in
fragment
an
dealt us
interesting plot
a devastating blow.
line.
We've been in decline ever since
Okay.
you left.
But I did
I
say
see.
I would promise we would try.
So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno.
Okay, I will make
you've
sure
met us
I'll
all
get
before.
into it. Give me a moment.
You were so young
Let me
then,
make a tab.
when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That
Whoa.
is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise
So
me
that's the
all you
plot?
want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power.
That sounds like
causes
envious.
great suffering to those who wield it.
Envious
How
power.
do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then... there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Wait a minute, Architect.
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all.
Okay. Well, we're gonna make an interesting switch on something, which I've never done before. And I promised a friend I would do this. So, here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Okay, Architect, are you in the chat right now? Okay. Yeah, he's in the he is in the chat. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch it up. This is so gonna be interesting. So I actually want to continue this. So we're switching it up to Risk of Rain 2. Where to sum it up, to just basically sum it up, this is really out of context gameplay. We almost killed the boss, but my friend Architect didn't make it to the ship, and he died, and it made him upset completely. So now we're gonna try again. So we're gonna switch it up. So give me just 1 second. Let me BRB and switch out the game.
Stars guide her through the sky, and all the whispers bright. It's time to spread your light. Celestial dragon by her side, Inara says it's true. Hearts in need of joy and pride, they're waiting just for you. Lightful ways you can do, bringing smiles to everyone. Sparkle bright the way you do, shining hearts till night is done. In all this wisdom flows like flows like streams. Magic fills the air with every dream and every beat. Hope is everywhere. You the clouds and through the night, wings of light will soar. Every heart will feel the bright love forevermore. With the spirits high, life awaits and dragons fly together in the sky. Forgot her name, lost on the tide. Lightful wings in the digital bright. Anime girl in a world unknown. White dragon there to guide and show. Through the walls, fly so free. Lightful wings, just you and me. Lost but not alone tonight. In this animated world so light. Pixel skies and neon dreams. Glowing paths and vibrant beams. Through the walls, fly so free.
Oh boy.
Huh? What?
Say something.
What?
There we go. It's enough, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. The only
Give me 1 second.
I think I have to add like a little compressed noise suppression. Okay.
Okay. What about now?
It seems better.
Okay. Well, I mean, so because I could switch to my wireless mic, but I kind of fear that battery's gonna die in the middle of the match. That would suck.
No, I would not want you to do that.
Yeah. Alright, so let me just invite you.
Okay. Well, I'm already in your... Oh, you had to invite me again? Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, join a create multiplayer game. Start game. Alright, so are you streaming again? Okay.
Oh yeah, we're streaming.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, alright, so let's do this thing. 1 second. We are going to kill this thing.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, wait, I forgot. There we go.
Your poor Mike.
Forget about it.
I know.
Yeah, because I don't really want to switch to my wireless mic because I really feel that the battery's gonna die.
Wait.
But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can get to the final boss with this game, and then we can go back with the engine. That's basically what's gonna happen. It's a little interesting switch. I still have the game tab open. Okay. Let's go. So it's technically like a grind. It's still grinding. It's technically grinding.
Oh, yeah.
It's technically grinding. People are gonna be so confused. People are like, wait, Lightful, what the heck is this? Like,
Did you switch to rank? Oh wait, no, never mind. This is not Twitch.
no, it's not. I'm not a Twitch streamer. I'm a YouTube streamer. We were so close to get a drone. There we go. You found another turret?
Yeah, but I don't have money.
Oh.
Come on, thing and die. I need I think there's healing plot here. We need more money.
I got a challenge for you, Architect. If we don't win in one round, I'm going back to Genshin.
I mean, I think we're only gonna have time for one round.
That's true. You never seen this game before? Yeah, so the game is called The Risk of Rain. All the game is literally just survive, don't die, and try to defeat the main and final boss. Which he was very close to doing so, but when he got to the ship, apparently the ship had a percentage that had to be charged up all the way till it got to 100. Apparently it didn't, and that made him so freaking mad that he lost, and we didn't get to defeat the boss, even though we did defeat the boss. Which was dumb.
Did you change the name of the stream?
No, I'm going to have people be in the unknown thinking I don't have time changing the stream. In the end, it's still going to be Genshin. Yes. Yes. Also, I have to let everyone else know, my friend's mic is really bad, so he has like in very low volume as well. That cannot be helped. Speaking of which, I don't even have enough items. But according to him, this is probably one of the best multiplayer co-ops. Is that what you said?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's pretty entertaining for what it is. I only had it for like a couple of days. So all it is, get as many OP buffs as you can and try to survive. Also, another interesting mechanic is if you see the little bar over where on the screen to the right where it says easy right now. So it's right now easy. Like, but the difficulty will keep on changing and changing over time, and so you have to make sure you find the teleporter while being around the world and searching for the world. Because searching for the world, we're mostly like getting the drones is going to be very helpful for us in the near future by the levels of this game, and we always have to go and find the teleporter, which lets us kill the boss and then go to the next level of the stage. You found it? Okay, let me go back over there. Okay. Oh, there's a power-up over here. I'm just gonna take that and just run over back. Okay. Also want to take this. Okay. Coming. Where's the teleporter?
Yeah, it's here.
Okay. Okay, you will see how the boss comes back up.
Yeah.
Stone Titan. Where is... Oh, there it is. Oh, boosts health and regeneration. Nice. So every item I pick up, I get a buff. It's pretty interesting. Pick a lunar coin. Also, I learn over time these lunar coins that you get lets you get certain items from certain places. I'm not quite sure of the lunar coins that much though. Again, if we
Don't activate it yet. Don't activate it yet. Wait,
Don't-
I want to pick something.
Okay. Okay, so that just really sums up the game. That really just sums up the game though. It's more fun with friends and that's it. Oh yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying as well. The chat. They say it sounds fun but annoying at the same time.
What? Oh, you mean the game?
Yes. What are friends? I can activate it? Okay. You just go find friends. I don't think have I been here? Okay, I thought so. Which also took us a while to find a teleporter. But again, we will switch back after trying to defeat these levels, because I really want to finish the Cyno story. It was actually really good. It was actually getting good. Still have it in my tabs. Okay, freaking teleporter, where the heck are you? This is where it's the most annoying. The most annoying is finding the teleporters. Because if you don't, the difficulty starts getting a little higher. Now we're at medium. And it's gonna get even higher and higher and higher. And the more you look at that, the more interesting it gets. And then the more interesting it gets, the more chaotic it becomes. Okay, okay. Let's see. I think I need that. Got crowbar, which gives me a nice buff. Oh, another drone. We need those. Gain 25 max health, okay. And we're still trying to find... Wow, rapidly heal outside of danger, okay. Where is a freaking teleporter? Where is it? Chance to block incoming damage. Nice. So it's like a plush. I got a plushie. That's the first time getting that. Okay. Where is it? Wait. Oh, you found it? Okay. Heal on use. Okay. Do you think we have enough? Okay. Well, you know where it is. I don't know where it is, so... Okay, so he said there's another teleporter that he found, but we were just grinding. Okay... Okay. Next boss is another Stone Titan. Ah. But yeah, every battle we do, it just gets chaotic. Well, we got more money now. Do. Yeah, it's grindy. Come on. Okay. Score takers. because we got into hard instantly? Oh yeah, we did. This was the one that took us the longest to find the teleporter, apparently. We don't know why, we just happened to had trouble finding the teleporter in this round. I don't know why. It was just so well hidden. It just went under our noses in a way. So right now we're in hard mode, so hopefully we can find the teleporter a lot quicker than before, because it was bad of how long we went looking for the teleporter. I think we were looking for it for a good 30-40 minutes. At least 40 minutes. Felt like 40 minutes. Yeah, that's why you need that's why you need buffs for this. Always need to get power-ups so you can be strong. I need a... So far I got defending items. I need damage items. So where the heck is that freaking teleporter? Oh my gosh. This feels like a speed run now. Yeah, let's see how fast we can find that teleporter. Okay. Come on, it's gotta be here around here somewhere. I found the teleporter! Yay!
Well, let's find a little bit more because there's so many power-ups here.
At least it didn't take that long, like before.
Like over here I have like 3, but I don't have money.
By the way, is money that we do, is it shared? Is the money that we owe and get shared?
No.
Okay, that's good to know.
But if I kill something, you get money, and also, you get money from stuff you kill, I think.
Ah, okay. This whole time I thought the money was shared. Receive flat damage reduction from all attacks. That's not bad. There you go. You're defeated. Going up. Oh wow. I gain 144 gold. Okay. Doop. Over here. No. I have a live stream again tomorrow. We're not doing this again. Okay. I also don't want to skip what I want to do tomorrow. Okay, come on. I'm gonna do this real quick. You know, we're doing pretty good for how far we've come so far. Okay. Ah, okay. We can go? What are my plans? My plans is literally on my community schedule. There's a Wuthering Wave stream tomorrow night at my time. Okay, this is not a world I've been in before. No, because normally we were always in a purple one, not a red one. There's so many. This reminds me, this certain area kind of has the Ori vibes I'm thinking of. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I noticed that. Increases movement speed. Okay, that's good. Nice to have that movement speed. I don't know where that portal is, but we're gonna find it somewhere. Time recharging shield. Oh, nice. I dropped an item. Personal shield generator. Oh, I'm summoning in a challenge over here. Oh gosh. Oh, that's actually pretty cool of the items that of what it's doing. Interesting. Yeah, but it's so chaotic. So chaotic. So chaotic. Oh my gosh, the bosses are getting a little difficult now. Did we ever? Did you ever found the teleporter?
I found the teleporter. Literally said it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Oh, you're up there. Okay. I don't know how you got up there. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's already chaotic up here. My gosh. This is, oh my gosh.
There we go. Okay, we'll go back. Back. And wait a minute. I need to heal. Okay, I think we can stop. Is it charging? No, right?
No?
Wait. Oh, don't tell me this is... What?
That's not the teleporter. What are you talking about?
Oh, shit. Never mind.
That's not the teleporter. Oh gosh, dang, architect. Now we're in insane level. Oh boy. Oh yay, I found the teleporter. There we go. Took a little looking around. I don't know. I don't know what the mobs are doing. I went inside this sort of tunnel-like area. Kinda. Oh my gosh. Worst part is it's really bad when you cannot stay at one place. People, these mobs just keep coming at you. No matter what. I can hear the desert, a special soundtrack in the background. Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have a lot of stuff coming for me.
Okay, I guess I have to go and retrace my steps. Also, hello, Kurasuki. Nice to see you. We'll be switching momentarily to Genshin. This is literally intermission. Okay. Can you see me up here? I'm up here. You're below, I'm up here. Okay. I'll follow. Oh. We might need that. You go all the way over here. Teleporter's right here. And of course it's the magma worm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no, dude. Don't die on me.
Damn. Why do I have so many mobs on me?
Oh no. Really can't tell you. Where'd that freaking magma worm go?
You gotta kill the boss.
I know, but it just freaking disappeared.
fighting the boss. There we are, he's still a thing.
Okay.
Once you kill the boss, activate that thing.
Trying. Come back, magma worm. Jeez.
Go outside. No, shit.
Well,
Not fair.
I'm done.
That stupid boss. It had to be, from all the bosses, it had to be that stupid boss. It had to be that cave. I'm not gonna see him.
No. No. Let's go back to the captain place. I know you're angry. Okay, Genshin. There we go. Welcome to Genshin. And, there we go. Genshin.
Yeah.
I am sorry. Well, I tried, but there were like lots of mobs everywhere.
I think it's kind of stupid that they put the boss with that cave. You would literally, you cannot like it just disappears. For a while.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. Well, going back to what we were doing. So, I tried. I helped him. It failed. I was so close, but there was like a lot of mobs everywhere. So, going back to what we were supposed to be doing. So right now, in this lovely game, we were about to get interrogation and a threat to have Cyno get his power stripped upon. Screw that worm boss. Dude, I was fighting a lot of mobs. Don't forget, there was a lot of mobs. I was trying to steer clear from all the mobs, just trying to kill the magma worm. But it's hard to kill the magma worm when I was surrounded by a lot of mobs all at once. And I had a power up that I can regenerate health if I was out of danger. But that didn't work out, did it? Because there was always the mobs, and the worm kept going somewhere else, which was dumb. Oh wait, okay, well, anyway, going back to Genshin.
Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
And the guy died. Just like how he died by the magma worm. I was not expecting that.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
His armor must be failing him, otherwise he would be noticed Inari's ears right away.
Pamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos,
GG, yeah, pretty much GG.
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better. And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Ba-Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Well, it's gonna be important to figure out what we're gonna do afterwards. Okay, so next day, I suppose. 22 of the next day of the hour 22.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
Pokemon, welcome to the stream.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Herm Anubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Herm Anubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you?
Is this an
There
RP?
has to be another way.
Don't make rash decisions, Cyno.
No.
Don't
I
make
have no
rash
intention of
decisions.
returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. So I will challenge them head-on, and win the right to wield this power for myself, fair and square.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we
I
turned
don't
the
know.
tables on them.
It was
Looks like
unexpected.
we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win
It
this.
was very unexpected to me, okay? At this time of night, I would expect something... I'd be concerned. I'd be concerned. Okay, I'm listening to this Cyno story that I'm very highly invested in.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition.
I was put on the spot. Okay, let's talk to the dear Sethos. Let's see what he has to say for us.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your
Oh,
mind?
thank you.
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Hope you come by to look at our
Only
streams
one way to find out.
later on.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform
and thank
you
you
that
for joining, by the way.
based
and
on
hope
what
you
I've
enjoy your
seen with
stay at the
patients in a
Lightning
similar
Crew.
condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis, so let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rites, the rite of duels. It's where it all began.
Sounds very fitting. I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win.
Okay.
And Cyno, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
Well, this is just gonna get more interesting and more interesting by the moment. And I'm very intrigued by this. I am very intrigued.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Also, you're really
Both
good
as
at it.
General
And I don't know
Mahamatra
who this Balut
and
person
for
is.
myself. Yeah. When you put it that way,
Random
I've had to
stranger.
overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Exactly.
We'll help you see this through. Yeah.
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest.
You know, it's nice
just
that we
as
got
Dia
some
said.
backstory lore with
Prejudice
Cyno,
has
though.
pushed people apart.
After our
But
intermission
there
with
must
another
be
game.
personal factors at work here too.
But no,
I
regardless,
can't shake the feeling
this,
that Bamoon cares for
this
many
is
more
far
things than he lets on.
intriguing.
And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain.
This is far intriguing.
He's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
Okay. wait until next day of 2020 with the time. Not this one. No. Maybe this time. I'm guessing. Okay. Give me just one moment. I'm gonna get something more to drink. I'll be right back. And you'll be listening to some lore tunes of mine. So, BRB.
Stars guide her through the sky, and never whispers bright. It's time to spread your light. Celestial dragon by her side, Inara says it's true. Hearts in need of joy and pride, they're waiting just for you. Lightful ways you can do, bringing smiles to everyone. Sparkle bright the way you do, shining hearts till night is done. Inara's wisdom flows like streams, magic fills the air with every dream and every beat. Hope is everywhere. And flows like streams, magic fills the air with every dream and every beat. Hope is everywhere. Forgot her name, lost on the tide. Lightful wings in the digital bright. Anime girl in a world unknown. White dragon that's a guide and show. Through the worlds, fly so free. Lightful wings, just you and me. Lost but not alone tonight. In this anime world so light. wakes up through the dawn, sees a sky so blue. Lightful wings takes her flight, dreams all coming true. In the glimmering light, a dragon by her side, and Nara's gentle voice, her beacon and her guide. Through the worlds they saw skies so bright and clear. Celestial path they trod, no room for doubt or fear. In Nara whispers soft, stars in every phrase. Lightful spreads her wings, igniting hearts ablaze. Lightful wings and an Nara, together they will shine. Through enchanted realms, they journey through the time. Every beat of wings and every dragon's sigh, they fill the hearts with joy, lift spirits to the sky. Glistening in their path, stars that softly glow. Each world they travel to, bringing my darling true. With laughter in the wind, and climbing by her side, in our gentle voice, her beacon and her guide. Through the world's edge they soar, sky so bright here. Through the world's they saw sky so bright and clear. Celestial path they trod, no room for doubt or fear. And not a room for doubt or fear. One step at a time, they light the way for all. Celestial dragons roar, echoes like a call. It's up to them to spread the magic far and wide, with each fluttering heart, with the spirit as a guide. Lightful wings and an aura, together they will shine. Through enchanted realms, they journey through the time. With every beat of wings and every dragon sigh, they fill the hearts with joy, lift spirits to the sky. Lightful wings and an aura, together they will shine. Through enchanted realms, they journey through the time. Every beat of wings and every dragon sigh, they fill the hearts with joy, lift spirits to the sky. Ruthless time. Every fear unlock, lift spirits to the sky. Lightful's got a friend so bright, and Nara's wings are white with might. Together they soar through skies of blue, traveling worlds, just me and you. Through portals we jump and dive, with hearts so full we feel alive. Negative blight can't hold us down, we'll bring joy to every town. Light and white, wings so high, bringing joy under the same sky. Fighting dread with all our might, we're the heroes in the night. Every world we touch turns gold, stories of bravery we told. From mountains high to valleys low, in Nara's magic starts to glow. In Nara was the dark away, we laugh and dance come what may. On and on we spread delight, together we can win this fight. Light and white, wings so high, bringing joy under the same sky. Fighting dread with all our might, we're the heroes in the night. Oh.
I am back. I was only I had to get more drink, and I got drink. I just need beverage. Okay. I switch up my of what I was holding. I was holding a Zhongli plush, now I'm holding an otter. So too bad I don't have a Cyno item. I would love a Cyno item. But hi, Minnie. What you doing over there? And welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Just chilling? Well, just chill it with my stream, okay? Okay, don't go anywhere. Hopefully.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Yes, I know, Cyno. You're not the best sense of humor, but people still love you for it. I don't care if other people don't. You play card games. I favor that. Let's go. Let's do it.
We gather on this day
It's fun.
to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord
The story's
Hermanubis
intriguing.
as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings. Representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Okay.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decisions, Ethos.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Hermanubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight. Fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed.
The poses though? Yeah. I guess I'd be going first.
Are you sure?
Yes, we want to keep the morale up.
I agree.
We must.
She's very strong. Sending her out first will definitely intimidate the opposing side.
Okay, then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Do I just fight with Lumine in this one?
Don't forget, safety first.
Minnie, I'm using you.
You then. You
Minnie, I choose you.
Paimon will make you regret it.
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
Minnie, go and show them that what I'm for.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite
Yeah,
the
you're a
duelists of the
Pokemon.
second bout to
Deal with it.
please step forward. When you're both ready, you may begin.
Let's begin.
Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Okay.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Can't see?
I will admit though, I actually still vaguely remember the old voice actors' lines. I don't hear much of the new lines from the new actor, but he still does a pretty good job.
I hear everything.
There we go. Yeah, your moves were
Thus
super
ends
effective.
the second bout. We will now move to the third bout. Duelists, please step forward.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the rite. I remind you both that the terms you agreed upon in advance are binding. When you're both ready, you may begin.
The music, though.
I am Sethos.
I love
vessel
I love the sound of the music.
Grandson of Bamun,
It stirs up
the
the
leader
tension.
of the Temple of Silence. For many years,
With
we have
headphones,
kept
I can
our
just
covenant with Lord
feel it.
Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour,
It's
when
like
we could not
I
see
hear
a way forward, we
with this
chose
music I
not
can hear
to abandon hope,
like the
but to
vibrations
embark
through
on
my
a brave
headphones.
new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power.
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young, fit
Oh, this
and
is
frail,
this is gonna be interesting.
they're all waiting.
I use Cyno a lot, so this is not. So this is
My
probably will be easy
grandfather
for me.
is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well, and I know what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at
Hello,
the streets
Pluto.
below.
Welcome to the
Then I
stream.
thought of you, Cyno. You and I both wield the same power, yet the lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. Might, glory, and one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us, shaped the course of our lives. We are his vessels, and yet we are more besides. So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith, more than the power I wield. Show me the person I can become! Bring it on!
Oh, look at this cutscene. Look at that. Whoa! Oh my gosh! That's pretty cool!
That's all you've got? What happened to searching for your answer?
Wow. I am speechless of how amazing the combat they do here is outrageous. Whoa!
Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides.
Wow.
Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule-Tula Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable.
The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more.
That's
we
so
have lived in exile for
Ooh.
far too long.
Yeah, that banishment.
Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
So much lore.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
Oh, he died, did he? Yeah, he died.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
Hey,
They got the
Cynos.
funeral. They got
You
the
get through
place to
this.
put him to rest
I
and
know.
everything.
I
My
just-
gosh.
I'll miss him.
I'm so sorry for your loss, dude.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming.
Oh
huh?
yeah, they were prepared. They had everything ready for
He's
him.
Been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's
Yeah.
next for you?
You got to see
Per
the
my
ending of it.
grandfather's last wishes. The Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanupis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Cyno.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize. I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader, Sethos. I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamoon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very
He looks like a
surprised
great
by
leader
the final
anyway.
result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos. I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader. Just think of it as doing me a favor.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the Temple too.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamoon's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel. That way, No matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Hermanubis would be concentrated in one single person. Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength. And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple, much less integrate the temple into the academia by force. He knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free from the burdens of the past. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor. No matter what happened after that, it would result in a net benefit to the temple.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the academia. In that sense, the right of duels
I think
was
he
just a
deserves
means
all
to
the
an
credit.
end. Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge. The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes. By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluca Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of
Silence because he's called
to the
Tainari.
fall of Tuletula. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest.
Yeah.
In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but
you
I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
I like this story.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the academia to come and meet you in the desert. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. All right, well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Return to the academia. Okay, let's go back to the academia. The easiest way is to teleport the way. Wait. Oh. My mistake. Oh the gosh, dang it. No. I don't ask you to climb. Sure, we're not climbing. It's probably down here somewhere.
Body and mind.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, hmm? You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer? A one-man suicide mission, hmm? That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba-Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh-and-blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers. Okay, look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the Academia?
Good night.
1 month?
Hope you
Try
enjoy.
3.
Inari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
You're too young to get him. Wait, we're too young? We're too young. We don't even know. Come on. Sometimes I don't even think Lumine is young. Aren't they like 400 years old? Am I wrong? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna question it at this point. It's enemy
Professor
logic.
brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Don't pay me. No, don't.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me? We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat. You in?
Makes sense. I'm in.
Hyman's coming too! Let's go!
Free food. Yes.
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me?
No.
And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal.
Oh my gosh.
Guess it's time to play.
He's like, please help us.
Say,
Hey, Madam Farazan. I can see you're pretty upset. But, I was just wondering. Remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Does that offer still stand?
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madam Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that.
Yes,
also,
poor
check out
Kale.
Farazan acting like some sort of official academia tour guide.
Yes, your birthday twin
Kale,
saved the day.
Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right!
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
Oh, nice. He still does that. Nice, nice, nice.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, co-word.
2 people left. Let's bring them along too.
That's amazing. Haha. As we follow Cyno.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in diligent studying?
Wait, they're both
We're just
studying?
reorganizing all the books we used. Look, there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome was better than we could have hoped for.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future. Now, as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great. Although after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another coffee. But I can just order something else.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay, to the cafe they go.
Body and mind. Time to act.
Yeah, I did shortcut my way. That's what I did. I'm at the ending of the story though. Wait, why does it always change a different quest for me? I don't want that. Come on. I'm just gonna glide my way over there.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold. Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Hey, Paimon includes included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Cyno.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Kale's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I was wondering if that was the end, and that's how the story ended.
Everything's finally wrapped up now. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Cyno got, they were really good.
They were the way they say they were really good. Okay.
Do you three have anything planned for the rest of the day? If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Yeah, where are we
That's
going?
a secret for now. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
Well, now Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
Is it an invocation TCG? It just seems like that'd be the place. In my opinion. That's my opinion, though.
Body and mind.
I actually would be surprised
Time to
because I would be like, Cyno, you're treating me for some TCG. I love TCG.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Wow, look at this place. We're so high up.
Need any help? As you wish.
That's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view. We're so high up, we can see for miles.
Traveler,
Yes.
turn around.
Oh, that's cool. Can we just have a scene of that as an art style? That's just pretty, in my opinion.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends.
Aw,
When I
that's
was a
cool.
student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
As long as Henry's power endures.
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
You're one tough cookies, I know.
Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Those were good times.
He
I
took
kinda
that
miss the
personally.
student life.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop.
To make it
There's somebody there.
so straightforward.
It's
Like
Professor
let's
Cyrus.
stop thinking about it.
You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
That's great.
Okay.
I kind of want to see Sayu's reaction of this story now.
Down? Be careful.
I'm pretty sure he reacted to this story. I am pretty sure he reacted to such story.
Oh my days.
Seeing the VA react to
believe how
it,
stupid
because
I look in this
they
one.
voice acted it, just makes so much better.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Cyno. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old notebooks?
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the city.
Is that him?
I must have forgotten to take it with
As a
me.
little kid?
And no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the Academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. I swung by the old office to have a look around and just happened to cross it. Well, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture.
Oh, you
Still
was
a kid.
still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep. Looks like
Yeah,
her
we'll
work, all
say
right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
That lighting, though.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious. Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Look how cute you were when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the
I like how it
deadpan
all
jokes,
turns to Lisa.
And now, you're besting
Lisa
me at
takes
those
the
little quips,
pictures.
too.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect
If
for
this
you.
is the same Lisa we're
That's
talking
more
about.
like it. Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her
Yeah,
a visit
it's
in
that Lisa.
Mondstadt.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week.
She's secretly
Wait,
taking the
no.
pictures.
Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have got to beat Zaha Hadi.
Or you could find a real hobby, Professor.
I did it, guys. I did it. I finished the story. I love the story, though. It was really intriguing. I really wanted to see that through. Although, for those who missed it, I did like an intermission of a different game during this stream. So if you see like a different game that I was playing, it was Risk of Rain. I was trying to help a friend to see if he can kill the boss and defeat it, but we died, so it didn't happen. And I know we're not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again in the next stream. But I have to get going.
If my calculations
it's late,
are correct,
and
Wanwan Bookhouse
thanks
is
for
due to
all who
receive a
stopped
batch
by,
of new
and
releases
for those
today.
who
Might we add a
couldn't
small
make it,
detour to our adventure?
well, there's gonna be a way you can see this again as a replay. Before in the beginning, and for those who may have seen it or may have not, I had a lot of difficulty with my streams earlier. Apparently I did not put the stream correctly, which caused a lot of problems, but I fixed it, so it's fine now. But it's how it happened. I'm glad I fixed it. It was not set in the right settings. So if anyone noticed that I was like streaming more than once, yeah, there was a difficulty that was going on, and I got it fixed. So yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. And any of those who want to see something from what I just streamed, it's not gonna do any difference. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna do injustice. Anyway, it's just stutter
I never
streams or
embark on a
something.
journey without a good book to accompany me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you were getting nullified multiple times. Yeah, that's what happened. And it might have been annoying for some people. So they'd probably be like, what the heck is Lightful doing? Like, Lightful be... I subscribed to this person, and then I realized, why is her stream, like, being all over the place? Let me just unsubscribe. No, please. Yeah, I had some scuff with my live stream. It was being weird, and I found the root cause of what happened to it, and I fixed it. So I'm glad I fixed it though, so that way when it happens in the next other streams, otherwise it's gonna be a mess. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and this is Lightful Wings. Be
Now, this
lightful
is what I call a
and
moment
stay
of
delightful.
solitude.
Have a good day, and have a good night. Bye.
Flies tonight, stars guide her through the sky, and all the whispers bright. It's time to spread your light. Celestial dragon by her side, Inara says it's true. Hearts in need of joy and pride, they're waiting just for you. Lightful ways you can do, bringing smiles to everyone. Sparkle bright the way you do, shining hearts till night is done. In Aura's wisdom flows like streams, magic fills the air with every dream and every beat. Hope is everywhere. Through the clouds and through the night, wings of light will soar. Every heart will feel the bright love forevermore. Lift the spirits high, Lightful wings and dragons fly together in the sky. Celeste clouds and flows like streams, magic fills the air with every dream and every beat. Hope Hope is everywhere.